Hello, good morning, good day. Oh my God, forgive me, I'm thinking that it's still in the morning. But anyway, it's been a beautiful day, it's been a beautiful Friday. Let's hope your Friday was as blessed as mine. I had an opportunity of going out there to chase whatever dreams that I had in my mind. Hey, whenever you have something inside of you, whenever you develop that urge to grow, that urge to do something new, go for it, man. Nothing can stop you from doing that. So thank you so much for joining me today. Just when I thought it was going to be another load shading, thank God there is no load shading today, and it's a beautiful, beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's the time of the day again where we come in and drop in a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of wisdom, where we study together. Thank you so much for joining me. Before we go any further, just don't hesitate to click that subscribe button and to click that like and share button wherever you're watching from, YouTube or Facebook, whatever the case may be. The whole point is for us to grow this community. It's Success Elementary yet again. It's a beautiful place. It's a place of growth. It's a place of development. Hey, but I've just grown to another stage of awareness. For any growth process to take place, it can be your personal growth, it can be your health growth, it can be growth in terms of business. Understand something. Nothing is just going to just happen. The growth process, every growth process, it could be a relationship. Every growth process is going to face its own set of setbacks and challenges. It's the nature of growth. Apana panombonzi munhu akazongoputika kumana asina kubhadhara majuzi. Trust me, I haven't seen that. That is not what I'm advocating for. That is not what we are teaching in Success Elementary. We are teaching each other to grow in awareness, to grow in the awareness of the power that we possess. We can overcome any obstacle. We can overcome any circumstance. Whatever setback that might want to push us back, we've got the power we are bigger than all that. And for whatever reason you could be going through a lot of crap, just don't see it as negatives, as things that are trying to stop you. No. See them as lessons. See them as the growth process. See them as the law in operation. Because had you not decided, had you not made a decision to step out of your comfort zone, to start pursuing something, all of that wouldn't be happening. So you find a whole lot of the majority of people are just living their lives, tiptoeing through life, hoping they make it safely to death. Hey, a lot of people are doing that. But are you one of those? If you're one of those, my friend, you're missing something beautiful about life. There is something that fulfills you. There is fulfillment in following and pursuing your dreams and your desires. There is fulfillment in sharing that knowledge. I met this youngster, brilliant young man. He gave me the information that I wanted, and I told him, hey, you've given me gold and I should reward you. And he said, no. Before I started this business, someone else took my hand and he took me through, and he never made me pay for anything. So if you bump into people like that, and if you are in the space of people who are all about growth, who are all about development, trust me, it's not about money. It's not about the reward. It's all about fulfillment. It's all about moving forward. So without wasting so much time, the last time we're about wrapping up our chapter on the mastermind principle. I've given you how difficult it is for you to just get 2 or 3 people to focus on one thing for a prolonged period of time. It's not an easy task. Mahatma Gandhi had a special touch, he had a special talent, but Mahatma Gandhi was just like me and you. He was just a human being. He just knew, he just had an awareness of who he was. He just had an awareness of the power of his consciousness. He just had an awareness of the power that he possessed as a human being, as a human becoming. So the same power that Mahatma Gandhi had is the same power that you do have. And you've got the power of influencing and making an impact. The same way I believe I can impact 1 million people. And I'm on a journey, I'm on a mission of impacting close to 1 million people with these study groups, with this Success Elementary thing that we have since started now it's 153 days into the mix. Who knew that would take it that far? When I started myself, I was so scared of this commitment, but after seeing how much time it has taken me and how excited and pumped I am each and every day to be with you and to share this good wisdom with you. Hey, there is nothing that feels better than coming here and sharing this wisdom with you. So let's hope you're taking notes. Let's hope you're not taking it for granted. Let's hope you're experiencing and you're starting to see a little bit of a perspective. Make sense because the next chapter is the one thing that made me stop in my tracks as a man and said, whoa, this I didn't know. The next chapter, I will reveal it at the end of this lesson. But in the meantime, let's move on. We had the story of Mahatma Gandhi that we just read. And so I'll start from where we finished off. The two major sources from which the knowledge necessary for the accumulation of power may be obtained are no more reliable than the five senses of man. The senses are not always reliable. Infinite intelligence does not err. In subsequent chapters, the method by which infinite intelligence may be most readily conducted will be adequately described. This is not a course on religion, nor fundamental principles described in this book should be interpreted as being intended to interfere either directly or indirectly with any man's religious habits. This book has been confined exclusively to instructing the reader how to transmute the definite purpose of desire for money into its monetary equivalence. He's making it clear as he goes along that don't get it twisted. Hapana contradiction yaburitswa mubhuku umu kana kuti intended to antagonize any religious beliefs or any religious habits. It's all to do with how you can convert the knowledge that you have so far into its monetary equivalence. Madire beg chete hapana chimwe. There is read, think, and meditate as you read. Soon the entire subject will unfold and you will see it in perspective. You are now seeing the detail of the individual chapters. Money is as shy and elusive as the old-time maiden. It must be wooed and won by methods not unlike as it is. The power used in the wooing of money is not greatly different from that used in the wooing of a maiden. That power, when successfully used, is the pursuit of money must be mixed with faith. It must be mixed with desire. It must be mixed with perspective. It must be applied through a plan. And that plan must be set into action. When money comes in quantities known as big money, it flows to the one who accumulates it as easily as water flows down the hill. There exists a great unseen stream of power which may be compared to a river, except that one side flows in one direction, carrying all who get into that side of the stream onward and upward to wealth. And the other side flows in the opposite direction, carrying all who are unfortunate enough to get into downwards to misery and poverty. Every man who has accumulated a great fortune has recognized the existence of this stream of life. It consists of one's thinking process. The positive emotions of thought form the side of stream which carries one to fortune. The negative emotions form the side which carries one down to poverty. This carries a thought of stupendous importance to the person who is following this book with the object of accumulating a fortune. If you are in the side of the stream of power which leads to poverty, this may serve as an oar by which you may propel yourself over into the other side of the stream. It can serve you only through application and use. Merely reading and passing judgment on it, either one way or the other, will in no way benefit you. Some people undergo the experience of alternating between the positive and negative side of the stream, being at the times on the positive side and at times on the negative side. The Wall Street crash of 1929 swept millions of people from the positive to the negative side of the stream. These millions are struggling, some of them in desperation and fear, to get back to the positive side of the stream. This book was written especially for those millions. Poverty and riches often change places. The crash taught the world this truth, although the world will not long remember the lesson. Poverty may, and generally does, voluntarily take the place of riches. When riches take place of poverty, the change is usually brought about through well-conceived and carefully executed plans. Poverty needs no plan. It needs no one to aid it because it is bold and ruthless. Riches are shy and timid. They are to be attracted. Anybody can wish for riches, and most people do, but only a few know what a definite plan plus a burning desire for wealth are the only dependable means of accumulating wealth. So that being said, on which side of the stream are you? What is your relationship with money? I always ask people that question. What is your relationship with money? Whenever the subject of money is brought up, what are those emotions that are evoked? Are you scared? Are you shy? Are you threatened? Are you challenged? Are you excited? Are you pleased? Whenever you hear the subject of money, chinoitika pauri shamari kana tikada utaka kutaura nyaya dzemari panapa, what is it that comes to your mind? Unotaka kufunga kuti vanhu matsotsi, unotaka kufunga kuti vanhu imbavha here, kana kuti unotaka kuita excited in you getting to try to understand what is it that makes other people accumulate and attract that money more. Hanzi unhu hwemari hune kakunyara kaunoita ndo zvinoita mari. You ought to understand the language of money and how it behaves before you even go on a path of trying to attract it. Get an understanding the same way you get an understanding of musikana wauchada kuroora. Haungotanga kuti nai baby wetite vana. Ukadaro mabhebhi ese anokuramba. Ndo zvakafanana nezvinoita vanhu nemari. Vanongotanga nekuti why baby, we have to multiply, tibereke vana, tiri pamwe chete. That relationship is a broken one. Usually it starts off so bad and so terrible that in the course of that relationship you're going to be finding money running away faster than it's coming in your direction. That's the wisdom that we are being taught by Napoleon Hill, as he teaches us about the two streams in which money flows. The one stream is the one that is elevating and putting people up on the ladder of earning money and on the ladder of being wealth and rich. The other stream is the one stream that is beating people down to poverty and misery. On which side are you on? Look at your environment. Look at your results. You don't need to go and consult anyone. Look at your bank balance. Look into your pockets. Look at your prospects. How much money have you managed to accumulate in your favor? You just need to not look any further than your own personal finances. And there lies the true picture of what your relationship with money is like. Hautomboda kana nganga kana piwa matombo ka hautomboda kana kuprofitirwa hazvidi izvozvo. Just look and examine, just self-introspection. If you but look and give yourself a genuine hard look, you will be in the picture of the mind where you see how your relationship with money stands to this very day. And that is the part that this whole principle of success, the 13 principles put together by Napoleon Hill, is all about. It's all about correcting that. If you are on the negative side, it's all about getting you on the positive side of things. It all starts with the way you think. It all starts with the way you view money. It all starts with the perspective that you have when it comes to money and life in general. If you, money, why it is easy for you to start correcting yourself when it comes to money, It's measurable. You can tell. Anaye akawanda, you can tell that he knows a lot of things that you do not know. I've seen a lot of people with a lot of money. They're the most generous people I know to this day. They give out money like they want to buy people stuff like it's easy, like it's water. But ukaona munhu anoinyimira achitsikirira come on, man. That relationship is somehow broken in some way. And some of these tendencies and habits that you have with your relationship with money, some of these ideas were not of your own making. They were simply handed down to you either by your mother or your father or by your grandparents. And the cycle goes on all the way back. Whoever invented this habitual way of dealing with money is long gone. But trust and believe their habits and behaviors are still alive to this very day. And that's the journey that we are on, to correct and panel beat and shift all those programmings, to start coding new programs of bettering our relationship with money, bettering our relationship with ourselves, bettering our relationships with other people. That's what Success Elementary and all that Giza is trying to do is all about. It's all about getting on the right side of life and starting and enjoying life. There is a lot that can be enjoyed. There is a lot that can be done when you've got money. Life is not all about money. Usually relationship yake ne marry is way broken. Usually the people who say those types of things are broke people. Relationship yake ne marry vakabuda na kudhara. And so ndosaka storina because mari inomutiza more than inouya kwaari. So it's all about mending that relationship. It all starts with knowing exactly where you lie whenever the subject of money is mentioned. Where do you lie? Give me 5 of your closest friends. That's what I want you to do. After you have analyzed your relationship with money, dipo vanhu 5 vaunotamba navo each and every day. And look at your surroundings and see if those people are showing any signs of knowledge of how they can pursue, how they can accumulate wealth, how they can make money. Vane idea here kuti zvekufamba sei kana kavana kana kuti iwo relationship avo nemari akatopazika pasina. They've lost hope. They have simply taken that tough position of accepting poverty as their part of the portion. I don't accept poverty as part of my portion. Each and every day I wake up, I'm goal-oriented. I know the exact amount of money that I want. I say affirmations and prayers and code my mind through auto-suggestion, knowing exactly that I'm going to receive it because there is a law in operation. A law in operation is the perpetual transmutation of energy. Whatever a man thinks in his heart, he is. So you're not going to get what you want. You're going to get who you are. So the first port of call is to change who you are today. But you have to know kuti wakangumira papi wangu. Ungangoendere unotora mapiritsi mudumbu iwo uchinzwa musoro. You see, you are diagnosing yourself wrongly. You ought to know exactly what you're suffering from. The only person who can give you an honest answer is you. Sit down with yourself and really analyze your relationship with your money. You can do the same with your relationship with your wife or with a friend or with a brother. Just analyze that relationship and see where you stand on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the best of relationship that you have. But don't lie to yourself because it's not going to help you. Because if you lie to yourself, your results are simply going to show what you are telling yourself. So my numbers are one. Those are do not need my number, and I love numbers because as soon as someone walks into my way, I ask them this question. I used not to ask that question, but I now ask, how much money have you managed to accumulate in a 30-day period yourself without the aid of others? That will tell you exactly where their money paradigm lies. And with that knowledge, you can now be in a position to help someone. Kana achida kubatsirika, kana asingade kubatsirika, anongoenda akadaro nenharo dzake, hatina zvatokwanisa kumuita. but results ake achangoramba achitambira ipapo pama 200 pama 300, there is never going to be any improvement for the rest of their lives, up until they wake up to the reality that they need to change their money program. So this whole journey that we are doing in Success Elementary is to get us to a level of awareness, to a place where we look at ourselves and objectively and really make deliberate changes with the knowledge and with the consciousness of really knowing what we are doing. So that is the whole point of what we do in Success Elementary. So for the next chapter, I call it the Holy Grail of literature, as Napoleon Hill has put it. This chapter made me stop everything. When I went through this chapter, because it's chapter 11, it says the mastery of sex transmutation, the 10th step towards riches. Zvandakaverenga pa chapter 10, andina munhu akambobvira ambondiudza zvinhu zvakadaro izvozvo, and you are in for a good treat. You can be a male, you can be a female. It applies to both cases. You ought to understand chinchononzi sex, and you ought to understand chinchononzi sex energy, and how you have been using it for too long, and how wrongly you have been transmuting it into other channels which are working against you. So thank you so much once again. We're touching a hot topic the next time we're meeting on sexual transmutation. I'm pretty excited about it because it taught me a lot, and I believe you can gain a lot because I have taken this information, applied it in every aspect of my life, and the results you only know. Some of these results are here. That's why I am here talking to you in each and every way, because I now have the resources to be sharing this beautiful information with my fellow brothers and sisters. So before you tap out, just don't forget to click the subscribe button and the like button. Drop a comment if you've got any questions. I'm prepared to help you elevate and give you the necessary tools and information to take you to the next level. It's lonely at the top. I don't want to be lonely at the top. I want you guys, my team, my family, which is the Success Elementary family, to be sharing good thoughts and to be sharing good fruits whenever we've made it out of poverty into power. Up until we meet again, Oman, same time, same place. This is your study teacher, Gilbert Boise. Success Elementary is the place to be each and every day. Don't forget to do whatever you have to do to make sure that you are the first person to get these lessons, because I upload them on a daily basis. Up until then, cheers.